All right, so we're about to come into the best time of year to get a deal on a house. And historically, this happens at this time of year every single year, but there's something unique that's happening right now that you can take advantage of. What's been really disheartening for a lot of people is how home prices have continued to go up even though mortgage rates have gone up. And the real reason for that is purely supply and demand. I think 62% of the homes in America have an interest rate under 4%. So because so many people have low interest rates, they're just not selling properties. We're not seeing as many owned homes, existing homes come to market like we normally would. And new construction homes just aren't being built fast enough to keep up with the demand. So right now, interest rates are back up to a 21-year high. We've been at this level a couple times over the course of the last 18 months, but we're kind of back into what we saw last year. And last year, I was able to help a lot of my clients negotiate price on properties, negotiate terms to lower their cash out of pocket by covering closing costs, to lower their interest rate so they could qualify for more house, and to dramatically lower interest rate just for affordability using programs like 3-2-1 buy downs, which means the interest rate's discounted 3% year one, 2% year two, and 1% the third year, and then it rolls to its normal 30-year fixed rate. That specifically creates massive affordability for people, and I love using that strategy when we can. The hard part is when the market's super competitive and we're fighting other people for the homes, we just don't have the ability to negotiate. But the fall is always different, and right after Halloween is normally when we see this. Now I'm going to show you on Redfin a couple of ways that I look for these opportunities, and I'll show you that almost, regardless of where you are in the country, you can see the same trend. Check this out. Okay, so the reason I love using Redfin for this is you can just search any city or even neighborhood you're looking at, and then click on Market Insights to see what home values have been doing. So if I click on Market Insights and I come down to this chart, this is what we're going to look at to show the trends. Now, it's not going to show as perfectly as it would have pre-2020 because 2020, 2021, even part of 2022, the normal just wasn't normal anymore. What we would traditionally see wasn't happening, but you will see little bits of it still, even though that timeline was such an anomaly. So because of 2021 and 2022 being, somewhat off, we want to go back further and do a 5-year glance. And what you do is if you just scroll over the timeline, you can see that just like we always see, in the spring market, home values went up, then they mellowed out, and then you see a little bit of a dip. Here's October, November, December. Home values came down from November to December. 2020, I bet it's right here. See, again, you don't see it as clearly. We have a little bit of a dip, but right at this time frame going into 2021 is when we saw rates go down dramatically and more people bought homes than they normally would have. So it makes it a little hard to look at in 2020 and 2021, but watch what happens as we go on. So once we get into 2022, here's October. You can already see it. Boom, big dip, right? November. And then again, rates came down, so we saw an anomaly here. But look at October, down. October, down. And then if we look at 2023, we're already starting to see the trend. August to September, we saw values come down. Now, overall, home prices are still going up. We're just looking for these little dips to get a little bit of a deal, right? It's more of the, am I going to get last year's prices? No. Can I get a few months ago's price? Yeah, because through the spring, you see values increase. And then as we get past Halloween, you start to see values go down simply because people's attention shifts away. They get focused on the holidays, they have travel plans coming up, things like that. And then you're going to see values start to go up again come February of next year. Let's take a look at a couple other cities. So let's go down to Southern California. Here's San Diego. Again, I'm looking at a 5-year chart here. 2019, very mellow appreciation. We get into the fall, teeny little dip, right? Not much, but a little downward trend there. And then we get into 2020, and of course it was nutty. But again, September, October, it mellowed out over the holidays. You didn't have the appreciation you had through the spring. We get into the spring, you see that upward trend we always see. Then we get into the holidays, it mellows out. We have a little bit of a dip, and then boom, you get back into the spring buying season of 22. You have a big spike, and then it mellowed out. And then you get to here, October, November, December, downward trend. Now, so you're seeing this anywhere. I really think you could see this on just about every single market. Let's look across the country. Let's go to Virginia Beach. All right, so Virginia Beach, Virginia. As you can see, home values are still increasing year over year. Over the last 5 years, values have gone up even after rates have changed. But if we look for the dips, here's the spring buying season, May, July, and then we get into September, October, it goes down and then it flattens out. And then we get to, the spring, we have an increase, and then we get to the fall, and you can see another dip, mellow dip, but again, rates were at the low point then. If we come into 2021, rates had come down a little bit, so you see a little bit more demand than normal, just like we saw in the other cities, And then when we look at 2022, here's your September, October, it was flat. And then we got into 2023 and we took off again. And again, we took off because even though rates are high, people have realized that this is normal. And regardless of rates being high, home values are still going up. So when you're looking for that opportunity to buy the dip in real estate, traditionally it will always be after Halloween through December, while everyone's attention is shifted away. So if you want to buy a home and get discounts on the property, negotiate credits from the seller, get interest rate reductions, all those things, this really is the best time to do it. I'm not just here to create content and show you guys what to do. I am a mortgage advisor and I can help you in any state in the country. So if you want to set up a strategy call with me, you can use the link below in the description. We'll do a chat. We'll figure out what you're looking for. I'll answer any questions, comments, concerns. Everything I'll show you is a data-driven approach because I want you to make the most educated decision. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you think this video was helpful, please share it, please like and subscribe to get more valuable content just like this. Thank you so much.